Hello and welcome to the Fletchline Media coverage. This is the final round lead card coverage at the Charteris Bay Charge 2021, presented by Signature Homes. My name is Chris Hoopmann, and I'm joined once again by Jeremy Brokenshire. How you doing, Jeremy?
Pretty good, Chris. Excited to see this lead card action.
Yeah, we've got some pretty big throwers on this lead card. Some familiar faces around the crush shirt scene. Should be good to watch them unleash on the course. We have in first position Jasper van der Meer with a huge 7 down, bogey-free first round. Ashton Clark in second with 4 under par, also bogey-free. Johnny Ferrari coming up from Invercargill in tied third, 3 under par with 6 birdies. So shot a couple of bogeys in there. And Mitch Hutson from up north in Wellington, tied third with 3 under par and also bogey-free.
A lot of clean rounds from our lead card there.
Yes.
Just goes to show, don't throw bogeys and you'll do well.
Wise advice from Jeremy. Hole 1, par 448 metres. Got the rise about 110-20 metres up the fairway to reach to give yourself a nice easy approach into this green, slightly protected by the guardian trees.
I don't think getting to the top of the strides will be a problem for any of our lead card here. We've got quite a few crushes on this card. As you see, one from Jasper. Holy crap.
That is massive.
That's like to the rise and then to the next rise and then beyond. That's huge.
I would estimate that to be about 125 uphill, slightly, like because of the rise.
Yep, I'd agree with that.
Yeah. Ooh.
Good little skip there for Ashton.
Nice one from Ashton. Also a very good drive, we should say. It's not as impressive as Jasper's, but it's right up there.
All you want is to get even footing at the top of the rise is the goal. And Johnny, crush.
Yep.
Perfect positioning down the middle.
Central down the middle of the fairway.
Mitch with the hood on.
Yeah, interesting choice. Throwing a Cloudbreaker 2. And another beautiful drive.
What a smash.
Yeah, our lead card really showing us how to do it on hole 1.
When you have that kind of distance, it really makes these par 4s, if you can throw straight, easy.
Very simple. Ooh. Ashton toying with the OB fence. He'll get a little bit of relief from that towards the basket.
Guys, way to make my comment stand. You're supposed to have easy approach shots when you can drive at 120 metres, but...
Well, at least they're getting closer.
Mitch still with the hood up. Wonder if we continue to see that all round, but it doesn't seem to be a problem for him.
The skip play, getting him right close by the basket. And Jasper, this is basically a jump putt. Stand still. Beautiful control.
And that's a birdie.
Easy as. Great start for Jasper. And I will say this hole did play the easiest for round 2 as well. Just over a stroke under par. Oh.
Johnny drawing medal, but off the side.
Johnny, unfortunately, not going to be getting the birdie. Nor Ashton.
Good clean up from Johnny there.
One thing you learn pretty quick is that often the difference between the guys at the top and everyone in the middle is their ability to turn their missed putts into birdies. Oh, sorry.
Pars.
Missed putts into pars. As Mitch gets his birdie. Great birdie.
Another fantastic birdie from Jasper.
Yeah,
teaching everyone how to play the hole.
Drew it up perfectly.
Hole 2, 105 metres downhill to an uphill green with an OB fence on the left. Don't forget that first available tree that we saw Tom smoke on our feature card.
He did his best to cut it down for everyone.
Course maintenance only goes so far.
Yeah. He'll be struggling to get this one down. So Jasper is throwing... I think this is an Undertaker. And it looks like he's turned it over a little bit too much. Gets a bit of finish, but he's out in the safe area in the fairway. which is probably the good miss because you do want to avoid that fence on the left.
Should be an easy layup and take the par for Jasper. He's got a pretty comfortable lead at this point, so I wonder if he's looking to play safe, but I don't know if that's in Jasper's wheelhouse.
This is an S-line PD2 for Mitch, almost landing on the exact location Jasper hit. I think this is a Raptor from Ashton. Draws up nicely, up the middle.
Pretty safe play there. Wonder if he'll run that one. We'll have to wait and see.
And this is a Quintana from Johnny.
That looks early.
Doesn't look like he got over on it, but fortunate to come up early.
Yeah, luckily he got that low enough that it grabbed the ground before hyzering out.
It's actually kind of open up that left side.
Good up.
Love that jump putt approach. You probably learned that from me.
Mitch still with the hood up.
See, that's funny. Everything I've been taught is to always take your hood down when you throw. But
Well, you should take a leaf out of Mitch's book because he's playing very well so far.
yeah, hood not coming into any effect from Mitch there. Oh, Johnny. Oh, there's that roll.
Oh, curling up back towards the basket.
Drawing medal from circle.
Yeah.
3 from Johnny.
Difficult stance, Ashton here. And yeah, just went over the basket. That's going to be a scary comebacker as well.
It is. It's a bit of a death par there for Ashton. Good comeback from Johnny, taking that par.
Mm-hmm. He's got a nice solid putt. Very reliable.
Good comeback from Ashton. Well done.
Just getting over.
As you can see, that golf cart in the background. Next year, Chris, I expect to see golf carts for all the players.
We might have to talk to the Charteris Golf Club about that.
But shout out to those guys closing down the golf ball course for us on Sunday to let us play this tournament. Huge shout out to those guys.
The club's been awesome and really appreciate their assistance for us to run this tournament. Hole 3, par 3, 88 metres. Bit of a tunnel shot here. There's the hazard trees on the right off the tee, and then you just really have to get it straight down the middle, staying away from the OB fence on the right-hand side, and also you don't want to go too far long because there is a sloped green at the back.
Don't think the distance is going to be a problem for this cannon.
Yeah, this is a gatekeeper, Westside gatekeeper out of Jasper.
The trees might be.
Yeah.
Catching a couple of limbs on the right there.
There are a few pesky limbs down this fairway. This is a Sensei from Mitch. Nice and high.
Damn, it's straight.
Yeah. He circles edge.
Great shot from Mitch.
Mm-hmm.
Got an S-line MD3 here out of Ashton.
Oh,
Come
back. Yeah. Getting some good branches.
Not bad. Maybe circle's edge, maybe just into circle 2.
And this is an eagle from Johnny. Beautiful. Doesn't quite hold the straight line, but curls up well within circle. And this was a Vortica Disc Golf.
Sponsored hole.
Actually, no, sorry. It's a Tao Discs CTP. Vortica Disc Golf did give the ace prize for this tournament. So if there were any aces, they get a nice prize pack from Vortica, but this one's a Teo Discs closest to the pin. Awesome disc by Kyle Martin down in Wanaka for this hole, and I believe that Johnny just got it.
Really?
Well, I mean,
what a
he didn't get the CTP for the round, but he got it for this. He got it for this hole. Well, for this
for the card.
for the card is what I'm trying to say. Great putt from Jasper out of an awkward situation in that tree.
You mean? Yeah? Yeah.
Mitch taking his time here.
Ooh,
Maybe too
left
long.
side.
Let's see if the CTP can get him a birdie. And it does. Great birdie for Johnny. Going to 4 down. Unlucky bogey for Mitch. Isn't it just so rough when you get those like splash outs from 4 meters out, and it's just like, I hit chains.
Yeah, left side is never going to go in though.
Hole 4, par 3, 78 meters, playing significantly uphill and also very low ceiling, so not too many options for our players to reach the basket. There's a skip, hyzer line out to the right, there's a straight line up the middle, and there is a forehand out to the left-hand side, playing with those branches entering the green. Looks like Johnny's going for the straight shot. Oh no, I mean that's kind of the gap for the skip, but he just played it straight. So maybe playing it for par.
Well, I would be. This is a tough hole. Jasper keeping it nice and low, maybe a little bit too low, but that'll
Gets
play
up
for
there.
the par. Yeah. This is what I wanted to see. Little flick roller out of Ashton. Go the disc.
Just curling up a little early.
Man, that's the play. Just a little bit short there for Ashton, but Mitch following suit. Love to see it.
So this is a Hysteria DD.
Hysteria. Do you know the numbers on that one, Chris?
I do not. But I'd imagine it's pretty fast. It's a DD, so 12, 13?
Never heard of a Hysteria before.
Yeah, not super familiar about the Discmania lineup as Ashton or Mitch might be, as 1 in 10 boys. Johnny's approach not reaching the green, which is uncharacteristic. Generally quite a reliable approach player.
Jasper catching limbs. It'll put a major circle for a bit of a tester.
Interesting that both of the upshots from that position failed to reach the green, so potentially not the best play for this hole.
It was a very, very tough hole coming in at its second hardest for the round, or for the weekend, sorry.
And yeah, Mitch showing us how it can get tricky.
Watch your head, Mitch. Good up. Johnny with a tester for the par save, I believe.
Yep. And he
Great
nails it.
putt. Keeping that scorecard clean of bogeys. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, I think so far, Jasper and Ashton are the only of our lead card here who have gone bogey free throughout both rounds so far, up to here. So it'd be awesome to see them continue that trend.
Good putt from Jasper. That's an impressive stat on this course. It's a long course, and there is plenty of OB. It's a lot of opportunity for bogeys if you're not lacing those fairways and making those putts. So good job to those two. Shows why they're 1 and 2.
Yeah.
At the moment.
On to hole 5, par 4, 185 metres, playing back downhill. Your landing zone is going to be that golf tee halfway down the fairway, and then approaching to a very tight peninsula green with OB all around. Very challenging hole for this weekend.
I am psyched to see these boys throw this hole. I reckon Jasper has the power to go OB along the green if he really wanted to.
Send it into the harbour.
The cannon on that man, I don't think that's far out of the question, Chris.
So this was really high from Johnny. He wasn't able to track it for most of its flight, but caught the end of it, and he's drifted left into those trees. So,
Jasper, the cannon Vandermeer.
what's he throwing?
He has a Socky Bomb Destroyer.
And he almost destroyed those trees. Did his best. I think he kind of flipped that one over a bit too much, which is a shame. I reckon if that had its full flight, it probably would have landed in the chains, though.
Interesting play here out of Ashton throwing the Neo method. Perhaps going for the layup play, not
Yeah, so that's mid-range, right?
Yeah, not paying off.
You don't need a lot of...
unfortunately.
You don't need a very high-speed disc off this, because it does play downhill. When I was trialing the course, I was throwing a Westside Warship, and I was reaching the mouth of the green, so that's a speed 5.
Honestly, though, I've seen John Hughes throw that Warship, and it's not really a mid-range.
Unfortunately, Mitch drifting out of bounds left. Really unlucky. I think he got a bad kick out of that tree.
It's not where you want to really be off the drive. The green is treacherous enough with all the OB around it.
Especially after 2 bogeys. And Ashton going straight into the Guardian rough to the left of the green.
Yeah.
Another flick.
Love to see those roll.
Oh, don't go in there. Oh, no. From some trouble to more trouble for Mitch. Oh, turn.
Hold it. Ooh. On the edge?
Yeah, I think he might be on the edge here. Didn't drift too far in.
Would have loved to see that one kick out for Jasper, but those grabby
if
trees.
If it didn't hit anything, it probably would have shaped back into the green. Technical approach here for Johnny.
Blind.
Yeah.
I might add. Set.
He's drifted down the slope into that rough. So yeah, 3 of our lead card players here.
Whereabouts does the OB start on this hole, Chris?
So there's a wooden retaining wall around the green. So that's where it starts. And it's a perpendicular line out towards the perimeter fence. So it's kind of half of the peninsula is considered OB.
So lucky for these boys, hyzing out a little bit early. They're not
safe.
Forced with that OB stroke.
Yeah, they get away with the penalty stroke, but they're in a bad spot. So you don't want to be there anyway.
Honestly, those trees basically play as OB, as you see Ashton having to pitch out and jump putt. Set.
Oh,
and
no.
OB.
So yeah, that's the really tough, tight OB here on this peninsula green.
And there goes that OB-free round.
Yeah.
Bogey-free round from Ashton, unfortunately. Hate to see it, but he is human after all.
So this is an upside down overhand pitch out from Mitch, which gets about half the way he wanted it to get.
Haven't seen that shot before, but I love the creativity.
I think he actually tried it on his approach on hole 4. Oh, Mitch!
Wow.
What a double bogey save.
What a save, because that was going OB left of and missed.
Thanks to Signature Homes, we get to watch this one again.
That's definitely deserving a replay.
Yeah, I mean, I know it's a replay for a double bogey, but it's worth it. That was a big putt. Difference between a double and a triple. It makes...
Or maybe even a quad.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, Jasper
right
high
side.
right.
Just not enough on it to fall into the chains.
Just the fortunate thing about where Ashton went OB is that it's pretty much tap in.
Yeah.
So. Oh, Johnny high left. Lucky that one stayed in.
I think he said he just caught me in his eye just before he putted. So yeah. Hole 6, par 3, 95 meters. This is a tricky one. There's a gap to hit between the trees down the middle and on the right hand side, which plays as a Mando left to keep you down the fairway. And there is OB behind the basket. That fence is OB. And there's the OB green short if you happen to throw it into the ground.
Got a Katana out of Johnny.
Oh, yep.
Seems to be throwing that disc a bunch this weekend. Gatekeeper from Jasper. Chris, you'd know a lot about that disc.
Yeah, I use Gatekeeper myself as my go-to mid-range. Jasper not quite getting the height required to get through the gap, but throwing it straight. Ashton...
Finding those trees.
Yeah, finding those central trees. Not happy with that one. I think he falls clean though, so that's alright.
Mitch the Hood Hutson.
Leaking right.
See, if he took the hood off,
who knows?
Maybe he wouldn't shanked it.
But he's safe. He hasn't passed the Mando tree, so he'll have to kind of unwind around it. It's kind of weird saying unwind because obviously the PDJ have removed that rule, but these trees are so wide that you actually do have to unwind around them.
Not a bad approach there from Ashton, considering the tricky stance there.
Straightforward approach from
Lovely
Jasper using the ground to his advantage.
Tempting the basket
a
little bit there. That would have been a sick throw-in.
Tricky stance here for Mitch.
That sign there in front of Mitch is just identifying that the tree is actually the Mando, not the sign. Just for those who
Didn't attend the players' meeting.
Well, yeah, that.
Johnny's up shot coming up a little bit short.
Another tricky yoga pose here from Ashley.
Yeah, really low ceiling, these dead branches. Kind of ghost branches that you don't really pay attention to, but then they definitely play a factor.
Oh my god. Give that man a replay.
What a putt. And he gets one. Boom. Did he go over that branch? I can't tell. We might need a replay on the replay.
That is sick. Good. Great putt there from Ashton. He's stoked.
You'll love to see it.
Well, I think he's relieved more than anything.
Yeah.
Johnny, continuing
This
that bogey-free round.
Yeah, a great par frame from our lead card here.
This goes to show hole 6 playing kind of tricky.
Yeah, actually played only 0.08 under par, so it's pretty much on par.
As we move into hole 7, 83 metres, slightly uphill with a big fat guardian tree hiding the basket. Plays an open forehand line or a low skipping backhand line, or even maybe throw it at the tree and hope that it gets underneath line. And Johnny trying that, hope that it gets underneath line. It kind of works. I had not seen this footage beforehand, but
I'm really glad that you said that as an option, because that's exactly what Johnny did. It was perfect. What was that from Johnny? That was a katana, blue katana.
Jasper trying the kind of flex line, but getting a bit stuck behind that guardian tree. Interesting to see all of our lead card players opting the backhand. The forehand is very very open, but 83 meters uphill, you do have to have a forehand to make that distance to get round that guardian tree. Match with a roller.
Yeah, so this is a Dismania Genius.
Great cut angle.
Just doesn't turn.
It's interesting because I believe that Genius is relatively very unstable.
Okay, right.
So I'm surprised it didn't flip over and curl up to the right, but he'll have a long clear look.
Yeah, open look at least.
Hopefully par at worst.
Yeah, just a bit right. Good power though. Jasper deep in the tree. Was that upside down?
I hope so, because that was a genius shot if he did.
Yes.
Johnny continuing in
birdie.
that great putting form.
Yeah, Johnny's a bit of, I don't want to say a dark horse because he's always up on the leaderboard. It's not an uncommon sight to see him up here, but he has a way of just chipping away at the score and you don't really notice him coming. He plays super clean and gets those birdies.
Just clean and smart.
Yeah,
he just plays golf, really.
Yeah, it's awesome to see.
Clean up for the rest of the card here. As Jasper taps in.
Yeah, we got Johnny at 2 under for the round and Jasper 1 under for the round.
Keeping that pretty commanding lead on the card. Hole 8, the absolute crusher hole. 125 metres uphill. Relatively wide gap, but there's some limbs out there that if you even nick them, they're going to drop your disc and test your approach shot skills.
Yeah, we should see some fairly stock standard drives out of this lead card group. Ooh. Did Johnny just tickle a branch? I'm not sure. He's got up there though. That was a Star Katana, I believe, out of Johnny.
Jasper's Destroyer leaking out left. Hopefully that makes the Mando.
Oh.
I believe he's
good.
Snuck inside.
Yeah, he should be good. What would this be from Ashton? I'm not quite sure. We didn't get a disc for this. I'd imagine it would be a DD something.
DD Discmania.
Yeah, Discmania something.
Being part of the 1 in 10 crew.
Yeah. And this is a Cloudbreaker 2 from Mitch.
Probably about a $150 disc by now these days.
And he's shaped that quite nicely. It's turned a bit too much for him.
Land in front of hole 9's tee box there. It's good distance though from Mitch.
Yeah, great distance. Wonderful.
Nice.
Such good upshot control from Jasper.
Love that standstill game out of Jasper. He's got that pretty
lock.
dialed.
Yeah, for sure. Likewise, Johnny. Not too shabby. Up on the green.
Playing more smart golf there.
Yep.
Mitch low ceiling.
Oh, beautiful.
He says, look who's CTP now, boys.
All good for our lead card, approaching nicely. This should be a par frame. Heard a bit of chatter on the weekend about moving this basket back a little bit up into kind of next to the tree you can see on the left-hand side of the screen there and making it a par 4. Thoughts on that one, Jeremy?
I like the hard in between a par 3. I think it should stay as it is.
And I guess we have to shout out the fact that it is birdieable because the only birdie on the weekend was John Hughes in round 1.
Yeah, to get the only birdie across both rounds, what a legend.
Literally
what a crusher.
a stroke on the entire field for the tournament. Amazing.
That's insane. He's got to be stoked about that one.
Hole 9, wrapping up our front 9. Par 4, 195 metres, playing downhill into the gully, and then back uphill to a very steep green. An awesome hole to unleash. But also a hole that you don't want to try too hard because you can turn it over, kind of like we see from Johnny here.
I believe we've got a Socky Bomb Destroyer out of Jasper here, also turning it over quite a lot. Or is that a roller? Throller?
I couldn't imagine it was intentional.
No.
So yeah, losing a couple of meters on the throller.
As Jasper says, that's a stable destroyer.
Yeah, I can't quite remember if there was a bit of a headwind, but there was definitely obviously that front that we mentioned moving up, so maybe a little bit of a headwind off the tee.
I believe the wind was blown straight up the gully on this hole. Ashton, wow, with a kick and a roll of a lifetime.
Back out to safety. It could have been a very tricky situation as we saw Tom get into round 1.
Mitch with his greeniest line, DD3.
Oh, that's turned.
It's high enough.
Yeah, that must be stable as.
Man, that's wide.
Because he's almost grip locked that right, and it still didn't turn over. Like, it didn't turn into a roller.
Where's he gone?
He's almost parked basket 7. So he's actually up on the plateau.
Ashton pulling that one a little bit to the right.
Hey, drawing up the signature home sign, getting a nice kick off the tree. This looks kind of similar from Johnny, just a bit shorter. Probably layup zone, you would think.
Definitely, both of those are in that death putt range. So I expect to see some smart golf continuing out of Johnny and hopefully Ashton to follow suit with some layups.
So does Pink Gatekeeper? Not quite sure. Maybe not. Jasper just throws his approaches with so much hyzer out of the hand, and I'm like, there is no way that's going to reach the basket, but it just flips up and flies. I mean, that one went a little bit long. Oh,
Mitch catches some limbs.
He's been playing the low ceiling so well so far, Mitch, so it's really unlucky to see him hitting that branch.
Wow, that was smooth.
Yeah, that looked great.
Great result there
for what
Mitch.
A recovery. Unlucky that he couldn't get the birdie, but he's got a good look for his par save.
That was a beautiful forehand, I might add. And some smart golf out of Johnny. Well done.
Keeping it clean.
Jasper
getting
a little greedy there.
Well, yeah. Pretty safe run, I think, uphill. Yeah. Like hyzering into the bank.
Definitely.
I think the only really danger would be if he hit the basket and rolled.
Catching metal and rolling, but I mean, that might be the difference that Johnny might need to catch Jasper.
So this is going to be another par frame with Mitch's good putt from the knee. Ashton taking his time. You don't want to make a mistake on a green like this.
Almost a clean front nine there from Ashton, just carding the double bogey.
True.
On hole 5.
But yeah, some good golf from our lead card here and through the front 9.
Great putting from Johnny.
Yeah.
Drawing medal nearly every time, I believe.
Awesome to see. it's good golf and everyone's having a good time as we see these scores. Jasper with a pretty significant little two-stroke lead. Willie coming up.
Hot
Where's
front
he come
nine.
from? 5 down from Willie to Radner.
Chase card, I believe.
Yeah, coming in from Chase card. Johnny plugging along. He's at 5 down overall. And the rest of our lead card doing all right. So, yeah, we really look forward to you joining us again for the final 9 holes at the Charteris Bay Charge. We'll see you there.